A quick burst of hail, some freezing rain in Ferndale that made some roads pretty slick tonight, leading to accidents across Whatcom County. Haley Myers drove by one of those crashes near Main Street earlier tonight. She shared this video with us. There is so much hail. It almost looks like it snowed there a little bit. Wow, look at that. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett right now and find out whether we're going to see any more of that.
No, there was just this one burst of energy that made its way through Whatcom County. The good news is it's moved through already, and it looks like it was just isolated. We'll take a look at it on radar in a moment. I've got a loop I can show you, but as we take a look towards Bellingham, at least in the harbor, things looking fairly tranquil right now. In fact, we've got some glassy water out there. Camera is completely still, but take a look at this. So this is a 2-hour radar loop, and you can see right up towards the Canadian border there. Yep, there was some instability that flew through there that brought some of that hail and those gusty winds. In fact, we saw winds gusting up into the mid-40s there today. But again, as I mentioned earlier, as we start to get closer to this 10 o'clock hour, now starting to see most of that wind down. We are seeing some showers starting to make their way down towards Skagit County, but it just doesn't look like it has the same bite that it did about an hour or so ago. So now just transitioning over to showers. Meanwhile, continuing to watch some convergence that's been parked right over top of shoreline through most of the evening continues to rain itself out there. So that portion of Interstate 5 looks like it's got some pretty solid rain there that's making its way towards Duval. And then towards Snoqualmie Pass, what's interesting is a lot of times when we're talking about convergence, we're seeing that rain and snow pushing up Stevens Pass. This time around, it's Snoqualmie Pass. In fact, I got a live look to show you in just a moment. Rain turns to showers overnight tonight. That convergence will continue overnight and then kind of break up in the morning. We catch a break in the action. In fact, it'll be drier on Thursday, and Friday's going to be gorgeous. Won't be warm, but it will be sunny. New system on Saturday. Looks like it'll be a repeat of what we saw today, and then another drying trend begins on Sunday. Here is a look from what we saw at Snoqualmie Pass tonight. It was snowing pretty steadily through most of the evening there tonight. Lots of folks getting out, taking advantage of that. In fact, I saw a fairly robust snowball fight there about a half hour ago. Snoqualmie Pass does have some packed snow up there, and Stevens Pass most definitely has some packed snow conditions as well. So there is a winter weather advisory in place up there. And as far as the mountains go, we're going to see those snow levels and those freezing levels staying at 3,500 feet or lower. So no more of the 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 foot nonsense that we had last week. Flows now coming back from the north and west. We've seen a little bit of a warmth. We saw temperatures in the upper 30s during the last half hour. It's now come back up to 40, and that rain starting to fire up again over top of Seattle. Again, we'll see that convergence kind of sit between Everett and Seattle through most of the night tonight. This is right around 2:30. We'll see some of that pushing up in Snohomish County up towards Stevens Pass, and then early tomorrow, everything starts to calm. Now, it's going to be kind of foggy and cloudy out there to start. We'll see some isolated showers here and there, and then watch what happens Friday. Yeah, that high pressure builds into the region there, and then Saturday morning, we're going to re-rack and do the whole thing all over again. Rain down low and snow up high. 7-day forecast shows temperatures significantly cooler than they were last week by about a good 10 degrees, but we'll see more sun Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.